So we've all got some oil, and we're going to do an effleurage, so we're going to unveil those right away because we're starting at the toes. And so what you want to do is expose the hip and get right up here because we're going up to the hip. And the idea is that we not only want to loosen up the whole leg, but we really want to get the hip loosened up because we're going to do the leg pumping, okay? So let's unveil her toes. And I'll give you, folks, just a review. We're going to do an effleurage where we start with the foot. And we sandwich the foot between our hands like this. So it's kind of like in a prayer position. And it feels good on the sole of the foot, doesn't it, Mary? And then we're going to go around like that. Then we're going to step away so that front leg you're going to lean on. And let your hands get ahead of your body. And then use your body weight to lean right up like that. And then glide back without pressure. And the reason that we don't put pressure on the way down is that there's valves in the veins that want to open this way towards the heart. So no pushing down, that's the only thing you have to remember. Okay, so try that yourselves. You're each going to do like a 1, 2, 3 on the foot. 1, 2, 3. So like this, 1, 2, 3, that kind of thing. And I wonder about that from on top. So the effleurage is very good for getting Mary used to your touch and being able to get the circulation moving. And then you can park up here in the hip, put one hand on top of the other, and do a reinforced palmar kneading. Yeah. And you can use the whole palm, Laura, and you can be a little closer to your hands there. That's it. Big strokes, big flat strokes. And I'll demonstrate up here and around. Mary, are you chilly at all? We got a breeze blowing through here off the lake. Okay, that's good. Yep. And if you keep all the same rhythm, the two of you, that's really good. And you can wrap even further around the back. And then go right underneath as though you're getting right to her rear end. And keep your thumbs alongside your fingers. Yeah, that's it. That's perfect. Yep, that's good. And I'll show you, you can go further under. So you want to get way under there. Yep, so take that thumb and finger. Yep. Now try, yep, going up. You got longer fingers than me. Way under, way under. Okay. Right. That's better, Mary. Yeah. So you want to get way underneath. Yay. Okay. And then what we're going to do is stay there. And we're going to go like this. We're going to press our hand down against the bed. And we're going to push up like that with our fingertips up into her. So you really let your arm rest on the bed. And then your back isn't affected adversely. Yes. Perfect. Nice. Our fingers are now on what's called Mary's ischial tuberosity. It's where all the hamstring muscles from the back of her thigh hook up to. And that's a point of breakdown. That's one of those pressure sore possibilities right there, where it's a bony protuberance. And then if we go up here into the whole hip area, then we feel out here. Here's another place. And that's going to be the head of the femur, because you can come at it from this angle, head of the femur, and it's right around to there. And then I take Mary's leg and I just move the foot so that it rests on something, and I just wait till I get a bit of give, and it's right around there. And then when I've got a foot brace like that, that means I could lean this. Are you okay with that, Mary? You're helping me.
Don't help.
Don't help me. Thank you. And then I push this and then underneath. So that way you can maneuver the hip more exposure for you. Nice. You got a nice touch.
Thank you.
It's very nice. Payback time for your favorite aunt, eh? So this is my dream come true, Mary, having real relatives massaging you. I mean, Laura and I count, definitely in the friendship department, but that's very good. Excellent. And then what we're going to do is smooth it out every so often with a broad stroke so she doesn't feel pokey, and then go back to it like
Okay.
that. This is always a great continuity stroke, and you can never get enough effleuraging. It's just a very nice long stroke, very relaxing, right, Mary?
Pull back.
Now, when you're up there, then when you split your hands and come back, you can make it all encompassing, like go right to the inside of the thigh and all the way down. Okay, great. So let's try that one more time.
Okay.
So we'll get the effleurage. 2, yeah. And this, you can really push on the sole of your foot. Because down at the end of the extremity, that's where the circulation's most compromised. There you go. And then you can lean on the side of her. She looks teeny, but she's tough. And then really lean on that part. You had the angle right, Christine. But what you want to do is put your heel of your hands down lower. Because on that outer edge, you've got the iliotibial band. It's a band of fascia that gets really tight. Okay, so then go all the way up. And then on your way back, split and drag in the inside. So you encompass the whole leg. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
I get it.
We're going to start here, and we're going to go. And now I'm right up at the ischial tuberosity.
Yep.
And then I'm gliding back. So underneath, I'm just going a little bit higher. Okay? You folks have perfect rhythm. This is really good where they're both at the same level. And everyone's wearing these kinds of things nowadays, so they always get out of the way. Yeah, a little further up.
All the way up that you can reach.
And so what we're going to do is just give a gap here. And sometimes a heat pad really helps because then it doesn't feel so
Does it feel nice?
stiff. Okay? And you're lifting up like that underneath, yeah? And make sure your hands are, I tend to wedge them into me to get the leverage. Yeah, nice work. And then if you take your thumb with you,
You can go farther.
yeah, then you can go up further without bumping into her private parts. Okay, that's good, and all the way back. We're going to go like this. Lift your hands, and we're going to go across.
Okay.
So this hand goes way underneath and pulls back, and this hand goes way underneath. So you can keep them pointing in the same direction, Laura. That's a fancier version than I'm doing. Okay? So really wrap way on the inside. Yeah. And the more you get way underneath, the better. So you can see with Christine, we're not going to move her alert bracelet, but you leave your watches off and all that kind of thing because you really want to get underneath. You want to get those hamstrings underneath really well wrung and come right down into the back of the knee because that's where they attach. They run underneath there and they attach on either side at the back of the knee. How's that, Mary? And is the pressure good? Great.
Just dozing
Yay.
off on us.
That's very nice. Yeah, and way underneath. Good work, team. These muscles in the front are called quadriceps because they have 4 heads to them. And all those heads go into this common patellar tendon, and that's what gets tight right below there. But the kneecap, the bone, the kneecap, the patella, it's housed inside this tendon so that it comes down and then forms a tendon, and that gives good fulcrum leverage. But I'll show you. We're going to do the alternate thumb kneading, and it's like this. One thumb completely goes over where the other thumb was. So just put your hands on mine, Christine. I'll take you for a ride. Put your thumb right on mine. So 1, 2, 1, 2. And let me show you what most people do. So the right hand knows what to do and the left just kind of hops along. And that's normal for right-handed people. But okay, so you're ambidextrous. Now are they the same pressure, Mary? No. Okay. Who's firmer?
Me.
Laura. Okay. So Mary will use eyes a lot. She talks with her eyes, and it's really easy to figure out what she's doing. So you would do all sorts of alternate thumb kneading all over there. Let me show you the fancy one for the kneecap. Now, as I've demonstrated, these are the teeny weeniest kneecaps. Mary has tiny all sewn up here because the kneecap is the smallest kneecap of an adult I've ever massaged around. But it's right across here. She's famous for her kneecaps. I boast about them to everybody. So you want to go across there and then around.
Oh, just for matching, so starting by pressing in to the center of her knee, and up, and by the time we get to the top, starting here and starting to press out.
And you're going
Matched.
across that common patellar tendon that
Yeah.
inserts into the tibia every time.
Yeah.
And it really helps stretch it.
And this helps us synchronize because then instead of left, right, we're doing in and out.
Nice work.
So it can help synchronize a little bit better.
How does that feel, Mary? I think we got a good smile happening.
Yeah, we do.
It's proportional for her body because she's so delicate and petite that I've never seen such cute little kneecaps. And they're really important to keep loosening up so that this knee can't fix. And then we can wring the lower leg. So basically, I do lots and lots of wringing, and then I'd say the gastrocnemius, the calf muscle, is one of my biggest focuses of attention, because right down here in the Achilles, so I'm going to lift up your foot here, this Achilles gets tighter and tighter, and as it shortens, it points Mary's toes. So the more we can, I'll give you this leg, Jenny, the more we can get up underneath there and really work that calf muscle. Isn't that nice? We're getting the nod. If you got that nod coming from Mary, probably have to get right over the toes. Is that enough pressure, Mary?
Yeah. Should we do
One more time? Okay.
You can never do enough underneath there
Okay.
for that gastrocnemius, the calf muscle. Even if you're coming up with your fingertips, you can do like a
Okay.
fingertip kneading, like
Sure.
that, alternating. For the gastrocnemius, the calf muscle. And then if you can park in the back of the knee and come around again, that's the big deal.
Does that hurt?
No,
Oh,
it's
just
the
like-
big deal is to do the back of her knees.
Right.
And if you get the back of the knees loosened up, like the hamstring attachments and the gastrocnemius attachments, then when we do the leg pumping, it's so much easier. We start like little bits, that's it. And down, and then you don't have to help me. She's very helpful. And down. Yep, that's great. Yay. You can see once you get going, then it's easy. Right? Drop the leg, drop the leg. Don't help me. There we go. Say when. Enough? Okay. And it's as Melissa comes down that you start going up, right?
All right.
So it's like a walking gait.
All right. Oh.
There you
nice,
go.
yeah. As far as like until it
Just when
stops.
she gives her nod. And then
And as you get going, you can do it a little bit further each time, but we usually start pretty conservative.
Mary's a pretty good catch for it. So
Just like she's able to move by herself. Are you getting some help from her too?
yeah, she likes to have
And that's the thing to do, is always to tell her to drop her leg.
fun.
Don't help.
Oh, don't help. Oh,
No.
okay.
You want to do all the work.
Oh,
And you can
okay.
bring your hand underneath her here.
Yeah, sorry, that's right.
Yeah. And then I don't know, once if we can get her up to here,
That's fantastic.
it might be easier to like shake her efforts up. So she'll kind of just relax.
So do here and do what here?
Just give it, yeah, just back and forth a little bit, and then you can kind of feel your leg get heavier.
It's like give it a little shake when you get it full.
Yeah, like when you're getting a massage in your arm, if somebody shakes your arm,
Mhm.
you can like all of a sudden feel it just like droop.
Oh, okay.
So-
Okay.
So then if you can get a rhythm going so that, that's it, exactly. So when she's fully extended, the other one's fully bent. That's perfect. And then you really stretch it out, even if it's bent, yeah. Really lift up the heel.
She's doing that herself, showing me. And I should be doing that.
Yeah,
I got
and just drop it down, Mary. Just keep dropping it. And that elicits a really good response in the abdomen.
Oh, of
So
course,
it's very
yes.
good for getting the
I can
digestive
imagine.
system moving.
I remember the first time that she asked me to massage her. She said, can you, and this was before I had any instruction from anybody professional or otherwise, she said, can you massage my arms for me? And it was just forearms at that point that she directed me to. So not knowing at all what to do, I thought, oh, okay. So I did something, whatever came to my mind just to do. And she said that she liked it. And she said to me, can you keep massaging my arms even when I'm not able to tell you that I want my arms massaged? I said, okay. So I do.
Do a little leg pumping. How's that? Let me know if it gets too much for you. Got the bear nodding up and down when we do this. He's having a good time. Saying yes. Pump away. Gave me that look. Is it the okay look? Let me know if it gets too much. You're helping me. And is that far enough? I can go further. Okay. A little further. Okay. And circles. Let me know how high I can go, Mary. Right there. Should I go higher? No, that's good, right there. So what we've got going here that you've experienced by just watching these 2 and 3 and 4 is the communication skills. So that Lorraine always checks in with her partner that she's massaging with, and Nick is able to check in with Mary, and everybody's checking in with everyone. As long as that's happening, you can't go wrong. But if you watch Mary's face, she looks like she's in La La Land, and she looked like she left a while ago. And it's like you don't want to disturb her. You know, I mean, you really don't want to ask her. It's not a natural thing to go, how's it going, Mary? Is this firm enough? Because you just don't want to have anything except ultimate relaxation for her. But Mary just floats up to the surface like a mermaid, nods, and then is able to drift right back down, right? And that's part of people getting used to being handled the right way. So with Mary, this is her favorite friend. So you've got lots going for you when you've got your best friend massaging you.
One of her
Yeah.
best friends.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they fight, you know, like there's a whole front row of them, but and I'm lucky, you know, that's what I call a positive problem from my point of view. Also, as they're working, you can see that we left Mary's bear right where he usually is, and Mary's hands are relaxed and they form a curve that configures to the shape of the bear, and that's in the perfect position right here. And does that leg pumping feel like it's mobilizing and moving your hips? Mobilizing your hips. Good. Great. And is there anything that you have as a question?
I don't know. Just how is this like stretching being far enough like when we're going up?
Once you can get it, you can try a little further. And what I do is come up, Nick, push with the heel. Then you swivel this hand up and stabilize the knee, right? And then as you go down, slide it underneath. Okay, so I'm just going to show them a little bit of advanced hand placement here with the knee. So Lorraine, as you come up, at that point, start swiveling around. Yeah, you actually keep the foot held up higher. even though it's
Oh,
going to
okay.
get right in there. Underneath, yeah. So you're kind of pumping. So, yeah. And that is a strong state. And then as you're coming down, you slide this hand under. That's right. And then she lets the full weight of it drop. Then you fully extend it out.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, now take it away.
Okay, so now we're just gonna move up to the ankle and go up to the side of the knee and up the thigh.
Yep.
But should we just end here?
Yep.
Yeah? And then we're gonna just bring it back down with each hand on each side, right?
Yep, with no pressure.
Oh, yeah, no pressure.
Hands get ahead of your leg. You want to check in with
Yeah, is that pressure okay for you?
Are we doing it even, Mary? Okay.
Similar?
Sort of the same.
Okay.
And Mike, would you be able to do this? Okay, so let me butt in here. Okay. So you guys are doing a great job going this way, but it's natural to push up. Okay, so this kind of thing. Is that okay, Mary? Okay, and around you go. So there you are. So you can hold on. Now Mary's helping us, so you can just drop your leg down there. Good. And then go around and around like that. There you go, Laura. So you can actually let her whole heel sit in your hand. Yep. Yep. And often what I'll do is I'll sometimes back up and then I'll just rest my arms there. The more you can take the stress off your back, the better. So the more you can just lean on the bed and use the bed as this kind of leverage, and especially nice firm surfaces like that. That's great. And then what we do is go around the malleoli like this. Both thumbs, yep, around those bumps. Our pressure equal, Mary? Good. Nice. And then I can hold it like this and just do one hand, working all around the heel. And we're pretty good on keeping Mary's heels of her feet intact, you know. They aren't thinning out. They don't get red pressure sores or anything like that. And you can really grasp it like this. And then with the fingertips, you can also work right around. And then you put yours on mine, okay? So, here we go. Here we go. So way down like that. So I kind of curve mine in like that and really rub. So really wiggle around with your, yeah. And way down to the bottom there. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, so I kind of angle my wrist in. Does that feel good, Mary? Getting the smile and the nod. And especially here, another place that has a pressure sore possibility is back of the heels. So we really want to do as much as we can using the heels of our hands. Oh, this is nice, Tabby. This kind of, yeah. And you can get right up. So you can really put your hands together like this, Elaine. Let her foot slip right up on top of the heels of your hands. So put your heels together of your hands, the bottom of your thumbs. There you go, like that. And then go like this, right on the edge. So you can open it up and close it. Yeah. Don't be afraid to be firm. That's it.
That's okay.
Yeah. Pressure is okay, Mary? Yes.
Okay.
And what you can do is this now. Even though she's got teeny feet, every little stroke counts. Because these tendons that are coming into her toes, see how her toes will pull up like that? So you want to ease that up so that there's not so much pulling on those toes. There's pulling in the back to point. There's pulling here. So you want to stretch those out. And you can all heat up things while you're doing that. So we've got a nice wrap afterwards. Great. So you can just put her down and then use the alternate thumb kneading. Now your thumbs might feel crampy at first because you're getting a smaller and smaller alternate thumb kneading, and it really uses up the muscles in your own thumbs. And I think you could be a tad firmer. Could Christine be a little firmer? Yeah. Is that better now? Okay, great. And I'm really pressing up on the underside. So my thumbs are back there and really I call it reforming the arch. The arch goes across here. Right in the center is like the key brick in the arch, and that's where it takes the most challenge when you aren't standing on it. It's not doing any of its functioning.
Either I'm warming up or your feet are warming up, one or the other, or both.
Yeah, they do. It's really a
Yeah,
nice feeling because
yeah.
by the time we're finished, they're
They
much
are.
better temperature. And here comes the old corkscrewing again. So again, grip on, and basically these toes go that way, these toes go that way, and the middle one, it doesn't matter which
These
direction you
go
go.
like so. I'm going towards you.
Corkscrewing,
This,
yes,
Yeah. I'm
towards
going-
the outside aspect of the foot.
Okay.
It just feels like the best way to
Yeah.
put pressure.
Mhm.
It's a very natural movement, and you come right out. This is the foot, and these are the toes that we're cramping the most.
Okay.
So, but you know what? They've actually, they're better than they were a month ago, which is really a testimonial to the amount of massage that Mary's gotten. Because this toe used to hurt, and it didn't have this flexibility. It was making into a claw, and it was got away on us there for a bit. My daughter has a favorite, and that's corkscrewing the toes. So, and we get in between the toes, and then we're going to go like this. We're going to take these toes go that way, these toes go that way. So hold on to the foot and then wrap them like this. But you don't just have it wild, you actually stabilize the bottom joint there and corkscrew outward with that. The middle toe is up for grabs. It doesn't matter which way you go, but I'll just get in your way, Christine. So then you switch hands and you hold on here, and we corkscrew the little one and the next one to it. And the idea is to stretch these out. So first we massage them, and then we'll move them.
Yeah, there you go.
And if you drop your shoulders, there you go.
Good point.
You'll survive it.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you have to back up a little bit, just because you're right on top of it, just to
Okay.
get your shoulders.
So are you
dropping.
On the third.
this little piggy here?
Yeah.
Instead of
I'm not
going
to mark
straight
it.
down, corkscrew.
Sorry.
Oh, likes that.
This little piggy went to mark. This piggy. They told me this little piggy. Roast beef. We're doing the roast beef.
Roast
so
beef? Okay. Yeah. There we go.
Carnivores, they are. Your shoulders holding out there, like with the camera.
We both put our shoulders down.
That was good.
That was good, eh? One word
yes.
from Christine. and-
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we go to this one then?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You went to market. This pig stayed home, so we'll do that one, and then we corkscrew in the opposite direction.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Right. So now to the inside of the foot.
And what I do there, Nick, is I
Mhm.
switch hands. So
Okay.
I've been going that
Oh,
way,
yes,
and then
that's
it
what I
helps
just did too.
when you switch hands.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Okay, now let me show you. It's like praying at the foot of Mary's bed. I'll show you what you do now. I spend quite a bit of time like this. So then I take my thumbs and I'm going to do this ringing on the sole of her foot like this. So my hands on the top don't look like they're doing much, but underneath here, I'm going back and forth. Now I could lean on it too and go like that. You know, you can do either way. So just try it. But the most important thing is not to bend down without leaning on the bed. We can put a pillow underneath the toweling, and then it'll just
What's the hook thing?
raise her up.
I'm not sure what that was.
Oh, and the other thing that's really important is writing in the journal. So it's good, and it's really nice if it's subjective, because then everyone can know what the other is doing. Things like, you know, if people put, oh, they're feeling tired, or you know, but they perked right up massaging Mary, or they, you know, sometimes people will think they're going to feel sad, and instead they come out feeling really perky and optimistic and all that kind of stuff. Nick was the one who made it more subjective, because he would always say things like, this is the best part of my day. And everyone felt that way, but we were putting, okay, we proceeded from the back to the, then we did extra this, and Mary's sinuses were really congested today, so, or I forgot and I didn't spend much time on her diaphragm, so please do that, or, you know, or she really liked getting the legs mobilized, so don't forget to do her arms too, or, you know. And then I'd read this stuff, and it was like, it was so much more not meaningful, but it flushed it out,
mhm.
you know. So people would say, oh, feeling rushed, 10 minutes behind, managed to catch up, you know, or even just things like it was a shorter massage than I'd hoped, or you know, so can somebody do a longer one later?
So it has to have some release for the fluid to get between the joint surfaces, and then the compression can come back on again. And that's why we move our joints, is that it's a habit. Like when we sit for too long, we sort of start to twist or kind of subconsciously, and that's the joint wanting to get its nutrition.
So you're kind of pulling it down and up.
So I'm pulling it, well, almost straight down, but I'm sort of thinking a little bit up because also this joint that we can't see that's sort of hidden in here, the talus, because it's a very complicated joint, I'm also thinking about trying to swing it up, which would get us going back into the foot up position. And I can actually do that, and with my forearm, because I don't like to push on just the top of the foot when this joint is so locked. So I can pull, and then I can get my stretch this way a little bit.
That's what we were doing with our
The
arms.
full arm stretch for the foot, I think, is the best as part of the massage treatment.
But not on the left foot.
You can do it on both feet. I just don't want you pushing
Down.
The
down.
plantar flexion,
The plantar flexion is just not a happening
Oh.
thing. There we go. We get a nice spread of those toes. And they're actually held now in a little bit of extension. So you can see on this foot how they're curling like that. And with this, we've positioned it so now the toes are actually like that. That's what this is doing, is bringing them up. You can't really see that once that's on there, but we're going from here to here. And then hopefully when Lou has to transfer, then she's transferring on this part of her foot, so the pressure's there, as opposed to when the curl under, the pressure could be right on like the nail beds almost when he's transferring her. So this would be nice. Like now that we figured out, we had a hard time figuring out which was the best way to get them on the other day, but now that we know this is a nice way, then you can go and work on another part of the body and leave this like for 15 or 20 minutes while you're working somewhere else.
Do two hands here. And then the light reflex stroking is without any pressure, but it's a very good neurological stroke for letting go of tension. And it's very light with the fingertips, so it's not influencing the blood supply. I'm going up. I can keep doing this till you get what you want.
That's pretty good.